I thought they were gonna leave me with another week of misunderstandings and not getting back together. Oh my god. Jihyuk, Darim, driving me nuts. But they did it. They finally did it. They finally, last frame of the freaking show, of the freaking episode 10. They were, she kissed him. She finally got it in through her head that he loves her and that she loves him. Oh, they made me hurt. They made me hurt. Although episode 10 had me cracking up so hard. I was dying. In the scene where and when they're like competing for to get in favor with Darim's mother, her Oma, Omonim, and they are competing because her best friend I always forget his name, but he's like competing. He cooked the dinner, and so he thinks he needs to step it up. Jihyuk over here, and he's like, "I'll cut the fruit," and he was just like struggling. Did you guys see what he did to that kiwi? Oh my god, it's like he chewed it up and spat it back out. It was a mess. Yeah, that fruit cutting, I was like, oh, he's gonna, when they showed up his back and they panned in from his back, I was like, he's gonna come out with something so extra. And then he's like cutting the apples. Mom's like, do you want me to do it? And that scene was funny. And then they stepped it up a notch when Darin says that she needs a replacement light bulb for her house, and she asks her neighbor, her best friend slash neighbor, for a light bulb. And he's like, no, I don't have one. I'll go buy you one. And then Ji-hyuk's like, it's okay. I'll go buy it. And then they show them as like this massively bright light. Like put a chandelier, which I'm assuming is the bathroom. This massive chandelier. And they're like, this is gonna draw more electricity than the freaking refrigerator. Dying. I cracked up so hard. So like I audibly just laughed so hard because it just came out of nowhere. It was just a chandelier in the bathroom. It was funny. That was worth watching. It was so worth watching. Okay. So his sister she be doing some shady stuff. Okay. But the brother, what's his name? Forget, but the brother of his fiance, that dude I do not trust. He is so suspicious. Yo, he's gonna do some shady stuff, and I am not here for it. I don't want it. I want more of them together. Okay. So last week I did a bit of criticizing of Dari's character about her kind of like giving him a hard time. I think that was this week. But I do know where she's coming from, where she like lied and was like, I don't wanna tell anybody the truth, not even him, because he kind of like threatened her job after he found out about it. She's lying about being married and having a kid so she can have this job at this office, and he kind of did not take it well in the beginning, and I understand where she's coming from. That girl got to get her bag because her mom hospital bills need to be paid. Her sister ran off and left them with a massive amount of debt, and she's the only one that can provide in the house. And I know where he's coming from, though. He has been there since like day one. I thought he was going to be a straight a-hole by the way they made his character in the beginning, but he has been there. He's been there when she needed it. He's been there when she needed him the most. He did play around with the fact that he owned everything, all her organs and everything about her, because he paid off her debt. But she's still paying him back, and I understand where she's also coming from, where she was hesitant. Her last romance was crap. He was an asshole, and then he's a chaibol, and she comes from a very, very poor family, and she's been like for aimless for like her sister sent her out of mainland Korea just so that she wouldn't be at her wedding because she would be embarrassed of her. Like, I understand the self-esteem is probably really hurt, and she just needed to accept the fact that when he said he liked her, she was like, she needed to know a reason, and he was like explaining reasons, and then at the end he's like, I don't need a reason. I just love you, and he was just like, I just love you, and then she just like freaking got it, and last but not least, let's bring in the point of that fire was so unrealistic. She went and got him, broke that window. There was no backdraft. I love gay dramas. There was no backdraft. He had no soot or no. He was the fire was like, oh, the smoke already reached downstairs, but like was nowhere near him. He had no soot on his face. He didn't cough when he woke up. That's like my biggest criticism of that episode, which like the production, was that he did not look like he had been in a fire. I give props to her for picking him up on her back, not like whining about not being able to pick it up. Strong girl right there. All right. The best friend getting on my nerves because he had her to himself for 20 freaking years. He married somebody else, had a kid. She's been sitting there. What the hell? As soon as she falls in love with somebody else, he's like, oh, I love you. Choose me. And then there's this gorgeous girl, nice. His son loves her. And she's like, wants to root for his career. And he doesn't even like give her the time of day. But he still has her hanging on. I hope they cut it out by episode 11. I hope Darim's like, I don't want to be with you. And then he's like moves on. I hate to think of him putting that other girl like in like second tier, like, oh, I can't have her, so I'm gonna have you now. Ugh. I hope they give it a minute because that'll seem kind of cheap. So food for thought. What did you guys think of episode 9 and 10? Let me know in the comments. I'm just glad that they finally resolved their misunderstandings, and he cleared that shit up real quick. He was like, I don't love her. Our parents did this. I love you. Props. Props to Ji-hyuk. And this girl's strong. Let's go. Let's go. Darim and Ji-hyuk. Episodes 11 and 12. I'm excited to see. Guys, I want to know what you guys thought of it in the comments. Please comment. All right. I'll see you guys next week.